when is it time to bring a tool like OvalEdge into your program?
Into your program? That's a
Mhm.
great question. Sometimes I see that they bring the tool in and they're not ready for the tool. And then sometimes I see that they've got a fully formed data governance program built out in SharePoint and Excel. And I think, wow, we should have had a tool, a lot sooner than this. I tell a funny story. When I was at a conference 5 years ago, I went into my first session in Boston, and the topic was, you don't need a tool to do data governance. And that was how it was presented from this team.
Oh, wow.
And the very next session I went to, they started their opening comment with, you cannot do data governance without a tool.
Oh, wow.
So it's like this. I can write checks and I can make deposits. And I'm a very, very small company.
Mhm.
And I can get away with this. And I spend every year at Christmas crying and rebuilding my stuff so that I can do my taxes at the end of the year. But I'm not buying buildings, and I'm not. But if I wanted to add, let's say, a team of consultants, I can't afford anymore to be without a finance tool. I
Mm.
need to be able to move into having that sophistication.
Right.
So I think that you need to figure out when you are ready to support the sophistication needed. I
Mhm.
also want to say that if the two people that were in a department that bought OvalEdge that are using it for their metadata and lineage and nothing else, they're finding a lot of value out of that
Right, right.
um, as well.
Like,
So,
it doesn't matter necessarily the size, right? It doesn't matter how many
right,
people you have involved, but more
yeah,
where you're at, what
and what
you're
your
willing
goals
to
are.
invest
Yeah.
into the data governance.
Right. That's what I love about OvalEdge, is because it's priced to meet where you're at with your goals and
Mhm.
grows with you as you move on. One of the best things I'd love to see in my job is when a program gets traction, and then there's almost this tipping point where everybody is like, "Oh my gosh, we want to get in on that tool. I want to be next." And suddenly we've got so much coming at us that we're trying to keep up, and people
Yeah.
are giving us their budget. They're giving us their budget because they want their stuff in the tool, because they just saw this thing over here that the lunch and learn, and now they're ready to move on it. We're not ready to move with them because we have this charter document and the roadmap, so we need to make some adjustments. But that's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful when you see it actually take off and start getting traction, and the light bulbs go on. A lot of companies that focus on that PR roadshow for data governance, the office hours, I say
Mm.
leverage as much of that as you can.
Yeah. That's really helpful. Even
Yeah.
your point with, the comparison with finance of, at some point, you're gonna need some
You
assistance to
need to,
level up and get more sophisticated with
yeah,
that effort, so,
exactly.